Welcome back, Grace and Kate Get Caked. We today are going to show you, as requested, contour, highlight, and highlighter.
Okay.
So we're going to go over all that. We're going to show you exactly what our routine is and what we use. It's neat because we both have two different things, two different kind of techniques, so stay tuned. So guys, by request, here is our contour and highlighting routine. Kate's gonna do hers, I'm gonna do mine. We'll run through it and we'll show you exactly what products we're using. So here we go.
Okay. So we already have our primer, foundation already on, but that's it. I mean, other than our eyes.
Come on.
But I'm gonna start out by highlighting, and I use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair.
I'm gonna do sharp Tarte Shape Tape in the color Porcelain Beige. This one's running a little low, so we're gonna do what we can.
Okay. So when I start highlight, I start right out under my eye first. I do highlight a lot.
I start right on my Cupid's bow, go to my nose, and then I go up here on my forehead.
And I go up to my forehead, down my nose, Cupid's bow, and then on my chin. So I know we look ridiculous, but there is a reason that we do all that.
Right. Rare.
So I know this looks like war paint right now, but what we're doing is creating dimension on our face, right? So you did, what was it, the black and white thing?
Mm-hmm.
The way that Grace explained it is highlighting and contouring, right? So highlighting is the lighter color, contouring is the darker color, and the things that you want to make look bigger, you're going to use the lighter colors. The things you want to make smaller, you use the darker colors, right? So I want to look awake. I want my under eyes to be bright, like I'm alive, like I didn't do this at 6 a.m. when I've had 4 hours of sleep and drank a Red Bull in the car to get here. You know what I mean? So I really want to brighten this up, bring all of this part forward so that I look awake.
That's right. That's exactly what I want to do. And I just think it's so cool, and I just want to reiterate because we're cool. That's number one. But number two, because we both do things differently. So it could work for anybody. There's like two different ways you can do it. Kind of all like ends the same, looking good.
Okay.
Okay. So, but this is how we do it. I do and I think Kate does the same, let it sit for just a minute.
Yeah.
Your concealer that you put on to highlight, and then just go ahead and blend her in.
Yep.
With the beauty blender.
Yeah, nothing. The beauty blender is the goat.
Uh-huh.
So, and what we're doing too is we're highlighting and contouring to our face shapes, right?
Exactly. So I don't use my chin.
I do my chin because I have a rounder face. So I want to pull this part forward. And then when I contour, you'll see me pull everything down here to make it, to give my face some dimension, some depth, and to create, you know, a completely different structure on my face. That's the idea.
Exactly.
I'm shape shifting.
There you go. And that's exactly, so I don't do my chin because I have a distinguished jawline, more of like a heart-shaped face, and I don't need to put any pronunciation down here. So I do everything kind of right here, so that's where the focus is. And I heard a tip from Nikki Tutorials.
Love her.
Love her. And it's starting at the bottom under your eyes where you highlight with your concealer. If you start blending at the bottom and then move up, it'll give you a more airbrushed finish.
Oh, I'll try that on this side.
And always look up too to get like when you go under your eyes for like your creases and stuff.
And I think I talked about this in another video, but when I blend my highlight on this lower half, I always use the rounder side of the beauty blender. That way, yeah, because it's the side I've already blended my foundation with, so it's a little bit more seamless when I blend it.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a good tip.
So she blends up, starting here, blending up. Okay. Let's try that.
That's what she says, and Nikki Tutorials is
the goat.
The goat. So I have that all blended in.
Oh, I actually really like that. I can definitely see.
Let me see the difference on the side. I see a difference.
Me too. Maybe you don't. Does the camera pick it up? I wish I could put my hands behind my face.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And sometimes you won't always see like a huge difference right after the concealer until you use the baking powder, because we love to bake.
Yeah, we do.
Grace and Kate get baked. Oh. But not in that way.
Okay. All right, so now I would go right into my baking powder. You use setting powder, right?
I do. I'm going to go with my setting powder first. And what I do with this is I get it on there and I go all over. So I even go, and I always like dip it in the pan a little, and I just go all over the places, actually everywhere. So like not even the places. I go over the whole face.
Yeah.
Just like a light coat. Something light.
A little dusting. Something light for the kids.
Something light, exactly.
And I don't set my foundation. I have really, really dry skin, and especially during the winter months, I do powder.
When it's winter in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania only.
Yep.
But in the winter months, I get ridiculously even more dry, and so I won't set my whole face. It just makes me drier.
And I have oily skin. I have like combination really because my nose and stuff is pretty dry. But because I get like oily throughout the day, I always set my entire face. And then I also go right in with my Huda Beauty. And
forever.
And I bake all the areas that I use concealer. So all of my T-zone, all those places that you saw, that's where I put my baking powder.
So I bake right under my eyes, right here on my forehead. I bake a little in the creases of my nose because that's where I don't have oily skin at all, but this is where I notice I get oily, and that's where my foundation will start to crease. So I make sure that I set that with the baking powder right here, like so. And then I will do right around my chin, and once I contour, you will understand.
There's literally a piece of hair right up my nose.
I hate that.
It's the worst.
You'll understand why I do that because I'll show you when I'm explaining my contour. But the Huda Beauty, it says you're only supposed to allow it on your face for 3 to 5 minutes. And like I said, since I'm on the drier side, I try not to go any more than 3 or 4.
And I
need that moisture sucked out of my face.
Yeah, and I go all that I do is usually up on my forehead because I like to have my eyes sit as long as possible.
Absolutely.
So
that for me is the most important part of baking, is to really set my under eye concealer, and it really does brighten up your whole face. And like I said, I usually don't get enough sleep, and the sleep that I do get, I want to hold on to as long as possible. So,
and me and Cait have like bright personalities.
Okay.
And so we gotta match that.
Exactly. But this is how we hide our dark circles, and how tired we are.
That's right. Yeah. So you let it sit. Usually, I don't have my eyes done because I don't do that first.
No, I see
people do that first all the time. I'm like,
yeah, are you
but
okay?
What do you mean? Because for me, I'm like, I get all the fallout and stuff like that. So yeah. I do my eyes last, but we have it done first right now. Just like something light again.
Just for the sake of this video.
Exactly. But I'll usually during this time do my eyebrows and like clean up my lips from foundation. So I did get some.
What? Oh, see, that's why I wait until I wipe off the powder and I'm finished contouring to go back in and kind of correct my eyebrows and my eyelashes and take it off. Stop messing with it.
I jumped.
So that's why I wait, because I don't want to mess up anything that I'm doing. So I'll just sit here for a minute and then get done. Okay.
Oh God.
Alright, now I don't want to dry out, so I will take a big fluffy brush. This is the RT400 Real Techniques. This is their blush brush, but I use it to wipe off my bake.
Well, I ate me right now. So, it's alright.
That's fine.
Okay, so I brush mine off with the Morphe JH07 brush.
You know, I just ordered Morphe brushes for Black Friday. Yep.
Yes.
They were on sale.
I used, the smaller one. Oof. It's got a little ma.
And I don't, like, pat that in. I've seen some videos where they pat it in, but I just flick mine off.
Me too.
Look how awake we look.
We're so awake. Honestly. We're so alive.
Okay. So now that that is off, I will go into my bronzer. I use Bronze Goddess by Estée Lauder in the shade 01 Light.
Oh, there it is. And I go in with my Park Ave Princess by Tarte. Okay. And for that, I use, where's my damn,
What?
where's my angled brush?
No, I don't
Oh,
know.
there it is. And this is the Morphe JH04 brush. And I literally go in with, I go ding, 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 ding.
Ring, ding, dong. And so now we're going to start to contour our cheeks.
Start in by your ear.
By your ear, right.
Because you can blend that out by your ear better than you can like in the middle of your face.
Right.
You can suck in like a fish.
Mm-hmm. The way that you're supposed to do it is like, what is that? It's from your mouth.
Yeah, from the corner of your mouth up to the top of your ear.
Yeah. So when you suck in your face and do that stupid little, you're creating a dimension, right? So we're creating a more angled look using our cheekbones as our guides.
And you'll get to like, when you like contour enough or you use bronzer enough, you'll just know exactly where that's at.
Right. I don't have to do that anymore. I just know my face now.
So I go right there on my cheekbones. And then I go up on my hairline. I really started liking this angled brush. I used to use like a really big brush for it, and I do use a big brush like at the end just to go over it a little bit more, but I really like this little angled brush.
So what we've done now, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it literally just creates cheekbones. And for a rounder face like mine, that part is so imperative.
Oh.
Imperative.
Word
girl.
of the day.
Imperative means necessary. Then I will
Cait
go.
takes you to college right now.
Then I go right into my forehead, and I will just start blending that out.
And remember that we had like our foundation and things like that done before, but you do always want to pull down onto your neck. So I go in then with this like big blush brush.
Yeah,
And
do
I
the
just
same thing.
pull down those exact same colors. And I also just like do like a quick sweep with the big brush over the hairline.
Yeah.
Like that. And now the same brush that I used for like to brush off my baking powder, I go in with the color Halo, which is the lightest color in the Park Ave Princess. And I just like dip in it a little bit, and I just like go over exactly where I baked. I feel like it just kind of sets it a little bit, brightens it up even just like a little bit more. And not like to a point where it's like super duper noticeable, but I just think that it gives like a little bit more brightness.
Absolutely. And Grace doesn't have to, but I contour my jaw, right? She's very blessed with a distinguished jaw. I have to create that. So what I'm going to do is I start over here by my ear, and I go right down, just make a line, and then I'm coming all the way across under my jaw to really create the angle that I want my face to be. Again, this is shape shifting. So same thing on this side. I'll go down by my ear, and then I'll come across my jaw.
Now Cait doesn't like blush.
Blush.
But yeah. So I do, I use the Anastasia Pool Party Blush Trio. I really go with this darker like purple kind of color. And I just dip in there and I go like right on the buds of my cheek with that color. Excuse me, I keep burping.
That's what that Fanta will do to you, girl.
Yeah, I tried Fanta pineapple for the first time today. I'm not like a big like soda person. In love.
She's stuck.
In love.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my nose.
Oh God, I forgot my nose.
So I just take, and I don't really contour my nose a whole lot, but when I do, I just do it really lightly. So what you're supposed to do is there's, you know, everybody has like a little button part on their nose. You're supposed to create 2 lines right here to really kind of singe that nose in. So I will just go up from this part. And again, really, really lightly. Like I said, I really don't contour my nose heavy.
And I take that like smaller brush that I use for my contour, and I literally just go on the side of my nose like this. I know it's kind of like a bigger brush, but for me, like Cait said, unless you're like going like out somewhere serious, you don't want to be like too snatched, or else it's like,
you're like, girl.
Yeah, okay, have a good day.
Yeah.
But this one just like really for me just creates like a really soft kind of.
Yeah, it's nice. Right, then I'll kind of soften that with the brush that I use to wipe off my bake, and then I'll kind of go around and soften all of that to the look, the way that I want to look.
The look you desire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I will go down my chin.
Yeah, make sure you get under your chin.
Yeah.
It's a forgotten area, but like people won't forget it if you see you out.
People don't forget it.
In public, they don't.
And then I would highlight my face.
Yep. So highlighter is a big deal. Cait is like the best at highlighting that I've ever seen somebody highlight, like for real. So pay close attention to her.
Stop it. I can't. So I use the Hyper Real Glow by MAC. Clearly I use it. You can see she's been through some things. Mm-hmm. There's 3 shades in here. I just use all of them. Mm. And I know you're not supposed to, but I always just use my finger.
It's the best way, I feel like, for a highlight. It gets it on there.
Ooh, girl, I know you see it.
Ooh.
I know.
Hello. I use my finger as well. I use the Gellar New York, but I do also use the Hyper Glow MAC. I think I have like a different shade, a little darker of a shade, but it is a really good highlighter.
And the reason I placed that there is because when you do that fish face again, you can feel your cheekbones. I literally just dust it right across my cheekbones. That's the best place to highlight for me. Go right into all 3 shades. Just tap, 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 and then I kind of go up.
Tap, tap, taparoo.
Then I come down my nose.
So yeah, I go on the tip of my nose. I go on the bridge of my nose. Not the entire way usually. I usually kind of stop like right in the, like from the top of the nose to the middle. I just feel like it like brings it out a little bit more. And then I also do my cheekbones, and I do up here right by my temple.
Yeah. So I'll go right up here.
And you can do a little bit if you're feeling frisky right above your eyebrows.
Yeah, that's where I go. And I'm highlighting to the gods just for the sake of this video. When my mom sees it, she'll cry because she'll be like, "You look so shiny."
Nothing wrong with being shiny.
Right.
Shine bright like a diamond. And I go right, I take the remainder of what's on my finger, because there's like, you know, still a lot on there. And I go right on my Cupid's bow with that.
Mm-hmm. I do the same thing.
Another cool thing is I'll put on whatever lipstick or lip gloss that I have, and I have the Kylie Jenner, and I'll put that on, and then I take the remainder from my finger and just dust it over my lips, the highlighter. I'll show you exactly what that looks like.
Just like this.
Or you could do it with like a bare lip too, with just like a clear
lip
gloss, or even a chapstick if you just go like totally bare. I'm gonna just spread that in because Kylie Jenner's lip stuff does not play.
It's not a joke. We're both using Kylie right now. Not a joke.
Yep, and where you put it, that's where it stays. So I try and move it around as quick as possible. And then I take that finger, that middle finger here, with the extra highlighter. I literally just like dab it over top.
Right here.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
That was pretty quick.
That was quick.
I feel like it seems so much longer when I do it by myself. Maybe it's just so fun to talk to you guys.
Obviously.
You know.
So we are gonna finish up this look if we have any last minute touch-ups, and then we'll be back. Thanks so much for watching us. We really appreciate it. We hope you like our final look.
Okay.
Highlight, contour, and highlighter. So if you like this video, let us know in the comments. And if you didn't like this video, let us know in the comments. But don't
love our haters too.
But don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you are notified when we post. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.